To Decision 2010 now, our new poll showing two very different races for governor. 24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Alvin is live at DeVos Place telling us what these numbers really mean. Rick?
Susan, first, why we're here at DeVos Place. George W. Bush, the 43rd President of the United States, will speak here to the Grand Rapids Economic Club tonight. There won't be a lot of news coming out of it because they don't have any news coverage, but there are thousands of people who will be showing up to listen to the former president tonight. But we're here on quite different of subjects, and that is this governor's race. We have the latest exclusive EPIC MRA numbers. We have just received the ability to lift that embargo, and there are some surprising results. First, let me tell you this. A snapshot in time. That is what a poll is. We say it every time, but it's important to say that this is not predictive. Simply shows you where your neighbors are right now when it comes to making a decision to run for governor. Let's take a look at the Republican numbers. These are just from last week with a 4.9% margin of error. In the Republican race, it shows Congressman Pete Hoekstra, the Holland Lakeshore Congressman, at 30%. Mike Cox, the Attorney General, at 18%. Rick Snyder at 17%. Mike Bouchard, the Oakland County Sheriff, at 16%. And Tom George, Senator from Kalamazoo, at 2%. Let's compare that to April. That's when Hoekstra was at 26, when Cox was at 21, tied with Snyder at the same, where Bouchard was at 15 and George at 6. We're going to come back to that race, but quickly let's move on to the Democrats for just a moment and take a look at the Democratic numbers. And there you see that Andy Dillon has taken a lead in that race. Yes, Andy Dillon has taken the lead, 29-23 over Verge Bonero. Those numbers just switched from April, 29-24. Important to note that Alma Wheeler-Smith was still in that race for the Democrats when the last poll was taken. About EPIC MRA and our polling. Why do these polls look different than some others that may have been released today? Well, here's why. EPIC MRA is in the field virtually every 4 to 6 weeks during the election cycle. We have been associated with them for well over a decade. We use this as our tracking poll. Again, we don't talk about this as being the final word. That will come in August and again in November. But this is remarkable when you look at the spread that Hoekstra has opened up over Cox after hundreds of thousands of dollars of television ads that have aired all across the state that have been critical of Hoekstra. What's been the net result? In talking to our pollster today, he tells me that Hoekstra's name ID has gone up, but his negatives or disapproval rating has not, only about a percentage point. But he has widened the gap between he and Cox considerably in that period of time, which might indicate that those ads have not had the impact that was intended either by the Cox campaign or one of the independent groups that's been out there. Now, I'm going to be on Mackinac Island tomorrow talking with the candidates, and obviously this poll is going to be of great interest to them, and of course we'll have reports right here on WOOD TV and at WOODTV.com. We're live in Grand Rapids. Back to you.